Welcome back to another episode of Q Entertainment, where we continue to play Magic the Gathering. In the previous episode, we started with this color challenge where we need to cast 100 spells. So in this video, we will continue to try and complete that mission. Last time we played blue and white. In this video, we will start with black. Black is typically both low cost and expensive spells, I think. Spells like Way Down, some creatures, maybe lots of 2 mana cost spells, which are all fine. I think games typically don't last that long with black. It has a lot of removal, like exile creature, destroy creature, give --/ to the creatures. So previous 2 games with and against blue, spells took quite a long time. So here we have a 2 instants and a creature, which is destructible. So we don't really have anything. I think I'll mulligan. This is somewhat better. Keep, and we will discard the 4 mana card. So we have a 1-drop we can play. Sanitarium Skeleton. It's a 1/2, and for 3 mana we can return Sanitarium Skeleton from the graveyard to our hand. So this card would be good with a card like this, where when another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. So you could potentially play this card over and over again, unless they get exiled. Let's attack. See if the opponent... No, they are not to be fooled. Because if the opponent took 1 damage, we could have played this and that would have killed them. They gain the life back that we just took from them. They play Anointed Chorister. Okay, we need to kill this as soon as possible because it can get quite big. Okay, let's see, we have Outrider as additional cost. Well, discard a card. Murder and Savage Gorger. At the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+ counter. Do we attack? I guess not. We don't have the -1 spell anymore. Not sure what we will discard for this. Maybe a land. That's a card we need to get rid of as soon as possible. I'm not going to block. I definitely want to get rid of the Luminarch. Attack with Savage Gorge. Make him a bit bigger. Opponent attacks again. We could block to prevent some damage. And potentially bring the creature back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could bring this back to our hand and discard this card for this card. But I think we need a bigger creature on the battlefield as soon as possible. Because if they attack with the War Leader, they will create 2 1/1 white cat tokens with lifelink. So we don't want them attacking with the War Leader. But now they do have 2, so they could potentially create lots of little creature. So we have this gives a creature +2/+0. Let's bring this to our hand. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains indestructible. So let's just attack with the Savage Gorge. I think the opponent probably might attack next turn with one of these, with both of them. Oh my, that's a lot of life gain. Let's block. If they cast something, we can cast something. Which they don't. But we are sort of in trouble. Let's get rid of their cat. Two, 4, 6. They could double block. I guess we shouldn't attack. Not sure if we're going to survive. They just need to do 4 damage and pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4. Attacking with this will solve it. And yeah, they are going to just get so much life this turn. They can just attack with this creature because it will generate 4 more tokens. Yep, that should be it. Not even gonna bother blocking. Yep, good game. Hey, we got some gold, some experience for completing this and possibly this other quest, and we get a pack. Still don't think we are close to the 100 spells. No, we are only on 54. Also, if we play 40 lands, that's another quest. We'll play one more round of black. Black does seem to have more spells, I think, than white, so it's good. Okay, we found an opponent. The next match. Poka. Okay, we have 2 lands, not bad. We have a spell, we have a rats, mark, Malachor, Cold Blade. Doesn't seem too bad. Hopefully we draw land. Otherwise we might have problems. We'll play the rat. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, +1/+1 counter on Malachor, Cold Blade. So we could play this. We could sort of. I think we'll play it. Don't think the opponent will block the rat. Next turn we could play nothing. That's unfortunate. Wanted to have this grow bigger. Okay, they sacrifice their own creature. We can play that without not useful. Demon of Loathing. Whenever a Demon of Loathing deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. But it's got a very high mana cost. I think we'll get there. And bad deal, you draw 2 cards and each opponent discards 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. Sort of keeping this open if the opponent plays another spell to kill the rat. You'd like to keep something around. Create a goat token, and then they can sacrifice a creature to scry. Guess we could cast this on the goat. They could probably activate this ability now, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's okay. If we get another land, we could play the Skeletal Archer. Okay, they are still scrying. Okay, let's go. Can we get a land? We'll play the Skeletal Archer. Deals 1 damage to any target. Well, let's hit the opponent. And we won't attack. I'd like to keep the rat around for defense, in case they choose to attack. So it can escape, but it needs 4 exile 4 other cards from the graveyard, and they only have 3 at the moment, so they do choose to attack. Block, hopefully they don't have this spell. No. Okay, they have a Liliana Standard Bearer. When Liliana Standard Bearer enters the battlefield, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. Okay, that's a strange card. We'll play a Savage Gorger. Okay, so it gets +1 if an opponent lost life, but they kill it, so it doesn't matter. Do we attack? We have 3-4 land. Let's not. We could attack next turn, and we could give it this unlikely aid to protect it. Gains indestructible. Potentially they get a bigger creature like this one, except this is flying. Burning Ruin Doom. When Burning Ruin Doom enters the battlefield, you may search your library for exactly 2 cards not named Burning Room that have different names. If you do, reveal those cards. Opponent chooses one of them, put the chosen card into your hand, the other into your graveyard. So into their hand, destroy creature. Resident spell, sacrifice a creature. They have enough mana. So we'll choose, they can have Blood on the Stone. It destroys all creatures and planeswalkers. And it returns something from the graveyard to the battlefield. That was a mistake. But will they play that? Okay, we don't have land. Do we attack? No, guess not. No point. They'll just block with the flying. We won't achieve anything. I don't think we'll win this game. Opponent has just too many aggressive creatures. Guess we can play this now. The opponent plays similar spell, except we gain indestructibility. And theirs just returns to the battlefield. They just drew a card. Ah, right. Do we attack? We might as well. Not sure why the opponent did that. They could have won this turn. Not sure why they did that. That's quite a good spell. Create 2 X2 black zombie tokens where X is the number of non-token creatures that died this turn, and there were a lot that died the previous turn, so they get 5 2/2s. Maybe the opponent's also trying to complete the daily challenge or the color challenge, so give them the benefit of the doubt there, but I just think they could have won easier. Okay, we played 40 lands, we won some more golden experience. Let's try the, nope, home. Try the next color deck, red.
So many new worlds, so many opportunities to get lost.
Red usually also has quite a lot of low mana cost spells and creatures, either 1 or 2. Okay, we found an opponent. Let's see, we have 4 mana. Something to cost turn 1, and a very expensive dragon. So I think we'll take a mulligan actually. This looks better, though also expensive. Again, the dragon. Mulligan 1 more. I think at this point we just have to keep it. We just keep the dragon every turn. And we'll get rid of the other dragon. Both very expensive creatures. I think we can play on turn 1. Okay, we can play a Goblin Tunneler. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Okay, interesting. Let's see, we can play Goblin Gathering or Molten Ravager. +1, +0 till end of turn. We'll play the Goblin Gathering and we will attack. So I guess red is so far more mid-range than low. So if we does this power 2 can't be blocked this turn. They have a 4/2. Play this. You can kill the thing because it will give our creatures +1 and first strike, which is important. They do decide to block, they fall for the trap. We get to scry, we'll take this one. Tin Street Cadet. Says when Tin Street Cadet becomes blocked, create +1/+1 red goblin creature token. Okay, they play a Rambling Veloth. So they have. So I guess we can set this one unblockable and then power it up. And then if the opponent attacks, we'll just chump block with the goblin. Just throw him under the bus. Hopefully they don't give this trample. Okay, they draw a card for having a creature with power 4 or greater, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. Let's play this again. Make him as big as we can. Only attack with the 1. I mean, the opponent could also attack, but at this point it becomes a race, and we are winning. But I am sure the opponent has other big creatures since they are green. And they don't disappoint. It's still nothing with trample. And we get to make this thing quite big. There's no way to make it play like auto cost, whatever. A little bit tedious. Okay, we'll attack 6. So unless the opponent has some kind of spell to kill the Molten Ravager, there's pretty much nothing they can do. This one, I mean, or the Goblin Tunneler, which is allowing us to have the Molten Ravager become unblockable. So say all creatures able to block prize do not go and do so. That's not going to matter. I don't think the opponent has anything they can attack with all. We'll just throw little 1/1s in their way. Nothing has trample. Yeah, good game. So actually, we could have just used this to attack the opponent. I didn't see that. But that does the job as well. This would have been better. We would have been able to cast another spell. Oh well. In case I got carried away with winning the game. Or gold experience pack, a cosmetic, Verja, Judge of Valor. Okay, how many more spells? 67, so we need 33 more spells. That is a lot. Let's play red again. I think there was only one game. Or has that already been 2? I think I've lost count. It's fine. Play more. Red games seem to be quite quick. Up against Drisker. 3 land, not bad. So lots of 3 drops. I guess that's fine. Gives the opponent some time to prepare. Creates a number of 1/1 red goblin creature tokens equal to 2 plus the number of cards named Goblin Gathering in your graveyard. So first one will be 2 and then the next one will be 3. Lots of 1/1s, not really useful. Until you get to play this. Potentially if we have 5 1/1s, they become 5 3/1s. That's quite a lot of damage. If we are allowed to play them. Let's see what the opponent throws at us. Border spells. Just 1 less. What did we draw? Ogre Battle Driver. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. Well, that's just beautiful. If we could have that for these +1/+1 goblins. That will be 3 threes. Potentially 9 damage. We have 2 of them. Okay. So we could play one of these. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, that's another creature enters the battlefield. I thought it gives them. So we won't attack. Opponent's getting lots of flying creatures down. Now he's blocking a creature in. We could shock something. Does 2 damage. What is this? Creature spells cost 1 less. Let's take away that one. Let's see, we can create more tokens. We can play this, so creatures get... I mean, might as well attack. Probably will block. Yeah, not ideal. Maybe I shouldn't have played that, or not attacked with it at least, but it's fine. When Goblin Gang Leader enters the battlefield, create 2 Red Goblins. So now I think I'll play this one. And I will attack with all of them. I should have played a land. It's unfortunate. Well, if we survive this turn, which we won't, I was supposed to play a land and then play this. Yeah, that was my mistake. I think I'll play red again. Red's pretty fun. It's quite quick, and you get to cast quite a number of spells. That's why I sort of wasn't concentrating there. I thought I played the land, but obviously I didn't. Okay, match found. Maxim 616. Okay, lots of mana. Not anything to play on the first 2 turns. I think I'll try a mulligan. Once we get to go. Haven't managed to play a dragon yet. Okay, something to play on turn 1, something to play on turn 2, turn 3, and turn 3 again. So which one of these do we keep? Let's keep the Goblin Gatherings. So if the opponent plays something on turn 1, we can shock it. Does 2 damage. Quite frustrating for the opponent, but they don't play anything. So we end turn. Oh, we could to shock to the opponent directly, I guess, but we'll save it. It's instant spell. We can cast it in the opponent's turn, which is great. Maybe they play a creature. They do, but this won't kill it, unfortunately. Maybe the opponent has decided to outsmart us. So let's try the Nest Robber. No point in attacking because they'll be able to just kill it without us achieving anything. So next turn we could either play the Nest Robber and the Shock or the Goblin Gathering. Let's see what the opponent plays. I might play the Nest Robber. Nope, opponent decides to attack without playing anything. No blocks. What does the opponent want to do? A lot of thinking for nothing. Okay, play another Nest Robber. The opponent is holding the game up because they want to scry and draw a card. Of course, sure. Sure, that was a difficult decision. Okay. Do they let us play? They do. We attack. We will just end our turn. And it will go to the opponent to press the My Turn button. And they draw a card. What do they play? Wave Break Hippocamp. Whenever you cast your first spell during... Well, they won't have that ability because the Hippocamp is not going to survive. We kill it with a shock. In typical red fashion. Okay, this is a good... This did well for us in the previous game. What did we play? Play that. So let's play... How many mana do we have? 3, 4. So we can play the Nest Robber and the Goblin Tunneler. And then we can attack. So we won't attack because they will block. And we don't want them to block. Okay, so the next turn we can play our Goblin Gathering. We've only cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells so far in this game. We have one more. Hopefully we draw something else and the opponent still hasn't played anything. It's possible the opponent has mostly counter spells in their hand. Looks like they don't have land. Okay, they have Shock. And another Vodalian Arcanist. Very annoying as we can't attack because they will just block them. That card that gives our creatures +2/+2 will come in handy. +2/+0 or something like that. We just need them to do 1 more damage to at least kill the Vodalian Arcanist. Okay, they have a Spell Eater Wolverine. Has double strike as long as there are 3 or more instant at all social cards in your graveyard, which there aren't. We get a land. We'll just pass our turn. So if they have 1 more spell, they'll get double strike. So for us to block this creature with double strike, it means we'll have to block with 3 of our current creatures. So not ideal. Not ideal at all. So far the opponent's not attacking either. Guess it's again a stalemate. Okay, we get a flying creature. Has flying and haste, so we can even attack first turn. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have another shock or something worse. Okay, they have a Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower. Turn target online permanent to opponent hand. Okay, but that doesn't have haste. So they're not going to attack. Okay, they know what the card is already, they've seen it. Just let us play the card. tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap. Okay. Wonderful. So they scry. Does it go to the top? Nope, to the bottom. So they didn't like what they saw, obviously. They now have double strike, which is not good for us, as we pretty much can't block them. And I will throw these little guys in the way, just to not take too much damage. I think the second strike goes to us. No, it just does the one. Okay, we get a few more of these little 1/1s that we can use as blockers. We can play a 10 Street Cadet. Guess we could just use it as a blocker as well. Next turn, our Volcanic Dragon becomes active again. Hopefully, they don't have another Brazen Borrower. We can start attacking. Okay, they play down a Shark Typhoon, which could be quite game-ending depending if they have more spells to cast, which they cannot right now. It's all tapped out. We get land. Not great. We'll attack with the dragon. They've decided very slowly not to block. Did they have a spell? Did they pick up a spell to play with their Shark Typhoon? They do. Create a blue shark creature token with flying, where X is the spell's converted mana cost. Okay. That was the spell, I sort of missed it. Target player mulls 4 cards, so we had to mull 4 cards. Were they good ones? And that's a good one. There's 1 damage to the player. Okay, throw these 1/1s in the way. Okay, they now have. This is annoying. They have the shark to block with. Killing our dragon, potentially if they double block. They do. Hopefully we can draw our other dragon or something. That's good. They only get a land, which is okay. Well, keep blocking with these 1/1s. My goodness, another land. Not great. Yeah, double block. I mean, we'll just block with these guys. So next turn they'll be able to do 6, 6, 12, and next turn pretty much game over. Yeah, I think it's already pretty much over. Not sure why they're hesitating, because they'll kill the Phoenix on the first strike. One bonus is that we get to play it again. So that's 9 mana we have. We need... Okay, so we just basically have cannon fodder for another turn. There that we shock would have been useful. Another dragon. Now it's just going to attack. Defending black control all. It does 2 damage to each creature without flying. That would have been amazing. Siege dragon. Ah, that's unfortunate. Maybe we have another one in the deck. I'm not sure. Since we milled 3 times before and we got it. No, we get a land. Not sure if there's any more point in delaying, so 6, 10. Okay, we can survive one more turn. This we can get it +1. Not sure what use that will give it. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand. They get a shark. I think they have enough damage potentially enough to be lethal. I don't even think they needed to play any more of that. Because if they attack now, they can do 6, 7, 8. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. Not sure why they scried. They won't really play those cards. Surely all they need to do is attack for all. No, they choose to delay the game as long as possible. So will we. Ooh, imagine we had one. That would have been fun. Conceding. The opponent could have just won the game there. Not sure why they delayed it. Okay. Let's see how many more spells I have to play to complete this color challenge. 12 more. Okay, let's play one more game. Play green.
Much more reliable than humans.
Green has a lot of big spells, so hopefully we can get in a couple of cheaper spells. Okay, let's see. We have 2 drop, 5, 6, 7. That's a lot. Let's this does help us get mana, so let's just see how that goes. So turn 2 we could play this. On turn 3 we cannot play this. On turn 4 we can play the spider already if we don't draw more cards, cheaper cards. Maybe we get another one of those. Okay, this is a turn 3 card. Enters the battlefield with 2 counters on each other creature you control named Baloth Pack Hunter. Okay, so this card will go well with itself. Okay, we could play the Mystic or the Pack Hunter. So 1, 2, 3. This will give us 4. Next turn we'll have. So let's play this. The next turn we have 5. No attacks. So next turn we could play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We could play the spider. Or if we draw another land, potentially this card for epic proportions. Let's not block. We want our mana. So we could also play both this card and the Pack Hunter. Oh no, we cannot. Sorry, I underestimated that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. That's fine. So next turn we can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll play this. Should have played that the previous turn. My bad. Because for having a creature with power 4, this gives us 2 mana. Also, this is a reach, so we could have blocked. Tap 2 untapped spirits you control. Tap target creature you don't control. Okay. So we get a land. Do we play this? Or do we play Sentinel? I want to play this. So we get to do some more damage. Ah, my goodness. I didn't consider the fact that it would get tapped. That's fine. I just didn't want all of the damage on one creature, which opponent could potentially easily get rid of. That's why I didn't put the enchantment on the Pack Hunter. So we still have 4, 5, 6. So I guess the next turn I will play the Sentinel Spider. Is a Djinn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. They attack for 2. We get a Jungle Delver. That's 4. So we could play. You can even play the Brontodon. Whenever Brontodon attacks, it gets +1 and +1 for each land you control. That is insane. I wonder if we should just play that. Let's see. We'll play the Spider. And we'll play this. We get more mana. And we will attack. They will need to double block, at least. No, they can just block with the Djinn if they want. But I suspect they won't. And then the next turn we can play, hopefully, the Brontodon. We have 4 land, so it will get +4/+4, which is 11. So the turn after next we have potential lethal. In fact, next turn we have technically we have lethal damage, but they have blockers. 10, 13. So either they didn't see the creature with vigilance, or they have some kind of boost spell. So, I mean, if they have a boost spell, we're gonna lose him anyway. So, yeah. We'll play the Brontodon. And we will play the Jungle Delver as well. Oh, no, I don't see that. Again! It should have tapped this creature. Why did it tap the... Probably should have manually tapped. Well, I guess this turn will definitely have lethal. I'll be more careful with my attacks. Okay, they have another Djinn. They have one land open. I don't think they will. I don't think blue has anything for 1 mana. Let's play the land. Let's attack with him, and him. That's 13, that's 17. They could block any of them. But they all have trample pretty much, so even if they do block, We managed to cast quite a lot of spells, considering it's a green deck with lots of expensive creatures. Maybe we made it. Let's see. No. How many left? 4. Okay. Let's play the one more game. Then we should certainly complete this deck challenge. Okay. Final match against Gren's 94. Okay, we have again the Elysian Carviotid, Woodland Wildwood Patrol, and a Baloth Backhunter. Yeah, we'll keep those. Lots of land. Always need land when you're green. And we get a 1 mana spell. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Untap that creature. So you could use that as a surprise attack, so surprise block. You use it to surprise block an opponent. So you attack, maybe they think you're tapped out, they attack, you cast it, put a +1/+1 counter, and you can block them. So they get Morite the Frost as a copy of another permanent you control, except it's legendary and snow. If it's a creature, it enters with 2 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Okay, and they have Sculptor of Winter. Okay, let's see. We will play. So we have 3, potentially 4 mana. So do we play the Woodland Mystic? Let's play the pack for this Wildwood, the more expensive of our, and we won't attack. Actually, we can play this one now. So now next turn we have 3, 4, 5 mana. 6 mana, this gives us 2. So potentially 6 mana. That's quite a lot of mana for 3 turns. Not bad at all. Opponent needs 5 to play this card. Morite the Frost. Okay, they brawl our Wildwood Patrol. Okay. They have another 3 Seasons card. What will they get? They'll get a Beanstalk Giant, a Como Serpent. That is very... That's going to be quite annoying. We do have a Gigantosaurus. Is it indestructible? Choose 3 cards in each graveyard. Their owner shuffle those cards. So they did not get the Coma. Does need 7 lands. Okay, they're holding back for some reason. Guess they don't have all the lands needed. Are they going to kill our Gigantosaurus? Tap it, luck. Gains indestructible. Okay. Enchanted permanent is a creature, it gains +1 and has trample. Okay. They gave themselves trample. This is where this could come in handy. We attack with the... Make sure we have mana available. We attack with the Gigantosaurus, they might let it go. And then we... When they attack, we can play the Stony Strength. Okay, we attack. Hopefully they... I mean, they might block actually. Because 10 is a lot of damage. No, they take the damage. They throw the Sculptor of Winter under the bus. Okay, we end our turn. They get to shuffle cards into the deck. Sure, they'll shuffle the Coma. Yep, they should. I think they would shuffle the 3 Seasons back into the deck. Let's see if the opponent attacks. Okay, what does this do? This is dangerous. Icebreaker Kraken into the battlefield. Artifacts and creatures target opponent controls don't untap during that player's next untap step. Okay. Wonder if this will untap it though. I guess we can test that theory on the opponent's phase when they attack, most likely. I mean, there's nothing really we can do about that anyway. We get a rampaging Brontodon. Why did this one not tap? Okay, they just don't untap. So we won't attack with this because it will die. Let's see if the opponent decides to attack with his Icebreaker Kraken. Hopefully this can untap the Gigantosaurus. The chain is gone, so it might. Because the creature enters the battlefield with additional +1 counters on it. So they have Changeling, probably will enter as a Kraken. And then, of course, that triggers again. Let's see if the opponent attacks. So let's see. Okay. It says here, artifacts don't untap during the untap step. Maybe they untap during the with this card. Yeah, they do. Beautiful. And we block. And that trap worked. I was quite curious if that would work, and it did. And the opponent is nice. Yes. Nice indeed. Not sure what the opponent is delaying. Oh, they have a card, but they have no mana. This will get a ton of +1/+1 counters, so don't think they could stop it. Oh, okay, they can double block quite easily. But then this one will get it. So what do they do? What does the opponent do? Quickly doing lots of maths in their head to see if they have enough for lethal next turn. No, they don't. They block. More maths going on. Flashing, reading cards. We exchange 11 creatures. Lots of damage. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have anything too serious. They have another Morite of the Frost card, but they really have two. Wow. So won't be able to attack though. Next turn. Okay, so they killed our Brontodon. Not good. We get to play a Delma. We can give it a... Okay, the opponent concedes because they probably don't have any more cards. No. So we win, and I think we probably played enough spells. Let's see what we get. Okay, 2075 XP. And a couple of decks. Life Skill, Spell Power, Back for More, Company of Knights, Massive Menagerie, and more. And a card. Barrier Breach. Exile up to 3 target enchantments. Nice. Okay, I think that might be the end of the color challenges. Yes, they seem to be completely gone. That is now the end of the color challenges. So I guess the tutorial is officially over. And now we have quite a big collection of decks to choose from. Pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These top rows are all new decks that we can play with in future episodes. Hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.